Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday, December 21st. It is New Comic Book Day. It is also 4 days away from Christmas, so I hope everybody is getting their Christmas shopping done, and I hope everybody has a great holiday season. So we'll jump into some of the new books I picked up today. Not everything I picked up was released today. There were some that were released last week, and then some that were released a little bit longer. So, but not a whole lot of books. It was kind of a small week, so we'll jump right into it. First book sold out very quickly at my local shops. There's not a big run on these anyways. They're a short print run. This was the Vamp Blade Artist Risque variant, and that was the one that sold out real quickly. So these, you hear me talk about, Zombie Tramp, same artist who does that. They sell very quickly, and they sell very well for me, especially here in Nevada. And if you go to conventions and things, if you look up online on eBay, you'll see that those convention exclusives are very limited. They go really, really fast. So if you like books that hold their value, Zombie Tramp is definitely a book to look into if you can find it in your area. Again, super limited, so not the easiest book to find in some parts of the country. Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures #2, the Harley Quinn cover. There's a little beaver right there. I thought that was funny, sitting on Santa's lap. Everything Harley Quinn sells. There was only a couple of shops that had this book. It's another one of those that, might have been under appreciated when it was ordered. So we'll see what happens with that book. A book I'm still enjoying, Black Hammer #6. Batman #13. Cover A. Cover B. Again, I do not like these multiple covers, but what are you going to do? Batman #12. Again, not everything was released today. Detective 946. Wonder Woman #12. Trinity #4. Another Wonder Woman action right there. Coming to the end of the Whisper War. This is part 5 of 6, number 161. Book that did come out today, Harley Quinn #10. It's like a Christmas special. There she is sitting on Batman's lap. Again, I think I showed this one already. A little beaver on the bottom was kind of funny. And then a book that came out a while back, but a lot of talk about this book, especially the first appearances of Gotham Sirens with the Birds of Prey are selling very, very well. But this book here is the Rebirth #1, Birds of Prey. If you can find a first print, and that's the other cover I picked up. If you can find it, pick it up, because apparently the new Harley Quinn movie is going to have a lot of the Birds of Prey in it. And of course, speculators out there are going to jump all over that. So that's a book that's going to go up that you might be able to make a little money off of if you're looking to flip some books. So a small week, just a few books, which is good because Christmas is coming up and I didn't want to spend, tons and tons of money. And, I've been buying a lot of books for the new shop space. As soon as I get there, it's going very slow. I'm not going to get in there until after the first of the year. But I am excited because, again, like I said in the last video, I'm going to have room for over 300 books on the wall. So it's going to be something to look at if you're ever in Las Vegas, Arkham Comics and Collectibles. So what I want to talk about real briefly is Wonder Woman 1997 series, of course. George Perez did that 1 through 63. He did those books. But there are other books in that run. Those always so. That's not an expensive book right now. They are slowly going up, and there are some books that are moving a little quicker than others. It's kind of a little, little push for you to say, hey, check into these books if you can find them. It's sometimes not easy to find these books because the movie coming out next year, and a lot of what the next 2 movies are going to be, what they're saying is basically going to be off of this 97 series. So. A couple of them here. Number 1, the one book that everybody tries to find in that is number 72. Number 72 is a special, iconic cover where she's standing there very, strong and, patriotic-like. And the price guide says that is a $4 book. And you can't find that book anywhere for under $30 to $40 because that book is just smoking hot. It's always sold really well. And again, that goes back to my last video where I said, some people are paying more for books that are harder to find. So I'm going to give you a couple little books in this series that I've been looking at and kind of seeing upward movement on that. I pay more attention to that now that I own a shop or that I have a space, because things come in. I want to try to have things for my customers and give them good advice. I have people come to the shop because I give good advice, and I'm hoping that the ones that are watching and have subscribed to this channel agree with that same feel. So what I'm talking about here again is the later issues of Wonder Woman, and they are mostly the issues in the 190 to 199 range, which sell very, very well. And when I say very, very well, the book has them for $3 and $4, but they sell consistently with shipping in the $6 to $10 range, and it's going to continue to go up. And the hottest of those books that sell like that is number 193. This cover sells very well. It's a Hughes cover. He did a lot of these covers in this later run, and that's just a cover that, it's kind of a weird cover. There's her butt sticking out there, but this cover sells very well. It's usually one of the ones that sells very quickly, and you can get usually $6 to $8 for it, only because it is a sought-after cover. Also, two other ones that are very popular. It's 111, not a later issue, but 111. This is the first appearance of Wonder Girl, and it's also got a Doomsday appearance in it. And 113, which is the actual first cover appearance of Wonder Girl. And the reason that those are popular is because apparently in the second movie, there is going to be a Wonder Girl appearance, and they're talking about a possible TV show, either Netflix or the WB, which is going to have a lot of Wonder Girl. And again, if that happens, books always move. There's also really good books, if I can find them here real quick for you, that are Flash crossovers. I know I have a Flash crossover in here. Here's one of the Flash crossovers here. The Flash crossovers sell pretty well, also. Here's a couple of the other Flash crossovers. There's one, which is issue 78 and issue 79 have Flash crossovers on it. Anything Flash, as you know, with the success of the TV show, the crossovers are getting real popular. And again, same thing. They're popular because apparently in the second movie, there is going to be a possible appearance by the Flash. Of course, these companies are always trying to find ways to get stuff in there. And also, I'm trying to think of the number it was. There is one of the storylines where she goes back to World War II, which is going to lead up, because of course this movie is going to take place mostly in World War I, when is what it appears, and World War II apparently is going to be the second movie with the Wonder Girl and everything else, and Flash. And people say, oh, you can't do Flash. You can do Flash. Remember, Flash was a Golden Age character, which falls right into that World War II time frame, which will be really good for that. And so there it is. So those books right there, again, Hughes does them. You have George Byrne. Did I say that right? Who was it? It was Byrne, who did a lot of the cover, who did a lot of the storylines for that. John Byrne, excuse me. John Byrne did a lot of the stories on that. Good writers, good artists, good storylines. Really underappreciated book. Wonder Woman has always had a real strong following, but with the movie coming out, of course, everybody's jumping on the Wonder Woman bandwagon. I've always liked Wonder Woman, and I have consistent customers who like Wonder Woman. I have a couple customers that are putting these runs together, and again, finding these in high grade is not the easiest thing to do, and you're paying full book, and in some cases, as it relates to, like I said, issue number 72, and the Flash crossovers and the 190s to 199 runs, you're paying more for because they're just harder to find and more sought after, because those are the ones that people snatch up all the time. So, think about that. If you're looking for a good storyline or something, maybe an investment book that's not going to cost you a lot of money, that may have a decent return down the line if you do it right. I'm really not into the investment aspect of it, but if people can make money off of the book, better for them. Again, now that I have a little space, I kind of look at books. I kind of speculate a little bit more as it relates to that. For the business standpoint, not for personal, but for business standpoint. So, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I want to give that information to you. I'm not trying to hoard the information. The books are there. If you can find them, buy them. That's my take on it. I will not be doing a video until after Christmas. I will try to do one Monday or Tuesday next week. I've had some people ask me for a movie video. So I'm going to do a movie video next week, as well as the new comic book day video. Again, the question I had yesterday, or the video a couple days ago, where I asked if you should pay more, is it realistic to pay more for a book, a hot book over Price Guide? And the general consensus and most of the things that I got, yes, it is. There are people who even said, you know what, I don't even go buy Overstreet anymore because it's just there. If there's a book that I want, I'm going to have to pay more for it. Again, I had a good conversation with a customer today, Jeremy, and we talked about this aspect that, you know what, it was easy to find higher grade books if you paid the money for it, but all that stuff is drying up because everybody's buying it. It's harder now to find. You're finding those books now in the fine, fine plus, fine, very fine. The 6 to 7, 7.5 and up. That's why a lot of shops only have the VGs, because people are going and snatching up anything of high grade to put away because they're trying to make a mint. So if you find the older books, especially 12-cent covers, if you find 10-cent covers and anything that is 5 and up, snatch them up. If you find 12-cent covers, especially good, popular titles, which would be Flash, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Batman, Avengers, any of that stuff from, the 12-cent covers. If you can find those in the fine and up range, grab them, put them away, because they're just harder and harder to find, and they're going to get a bigger and bigger premium as you go. So, again, short video, not a whole lot of books. Give me your opinion on the Wonder Woman 97 series. See if I'm the only one who's thinking that, or if maybe someone else is thinking that, or you're seeing a trend in your area of the country or part of the world where the books that I mentioned go for a little bit more than the average book. So, again, as always, I hope you liked the video, but if you didn't, nothing I can do for you. I hope everybody has a great night, a safe holiday. I'll see you next week.